Here we go. We got Drawly versus Triton. Drawly versus Triton. Both these guys have played on the stream before. Triton from the UK, from London specifically. He was telling us in the pregame chat. Drawly is from Morocco. Apparently he used to live in Canada maybe a year or two ago. Played on NA servers, on Xbox he was telling me, but now he has moved over to Morocco and he has really climbed the ladder. He has pushed himself all the way to rank 2, not just EU, but globally. Apparently Jack has that #1 spot. He's grinding it for YouTube. No one will ever take it from him while he's grinding it for content, I have to imagine. But Drawly getting close. I mean, as close as you can get. I think he's still like 50 points off, apparently, Jack. But he got ahead of Ocalid. He even beat Ocalid today to secure his spot above him. And he's going up against Triton, a top 33 globally player. I think Triton is probably somewhere around top 15. Nice own goal by Drawly. That's very impressive. This is good stuff. This is rank 2 global 1v1 gameplay right here, chat. When the offender misses, give him a little help. Put it right back online. You know, punish yourself for when you make mistakes on the kickoff. If the offender misses, doesn't matter. Just help him. That is how you get better. Proven right here by Drawly. He's going to get a kickoff goal of his own, 2-2. I think we get a lot of people watching for the first time when I go live early. Because actually I released the YouTube videos somewhat early as well, just so that they can be on all day. Nice flip reset from Triton. What a shot. Triton going to be the first one to hit a clip at the start of this game. A nice kickoff win, wall to air dribble. We see this so much from the top players nowadays. The wall to air dribble on a good kickoff, it's almost as good as those direct kickoffs with how lethal some of these guys are. You know, obviously you'd love to take the ball straight into the net, but the wall to air dribbles of these top level players have just become so hard to defend. But as with everything, eventually the defenders will catch back up. Great shot from Drawly, man. This is going to be a great match. Hopefully you guys are getting a good idea of how this game is going to go. Drawly setting up a little air dribble into the flip reset, wave dash to catch the ball perfectly and flick it right into the top ceiling. We should have watched that from Triton's perspective. My bad. I want to see what that looks like. Triton just frozen in net. Not much he can do. One thing that I have noticed, I think somebody mentioned in the past that the sound in game sounded like it was like delayed or something. And it's actually, I hear it too, it's live. It's almost like I can hear both cars as if they're right next to me. And it ends up making some of the audio sound really weird. Hopefully that doesn't last forever. I think it kind of already cleared up, but it did happen at the start of this game. 3-3. Early, these guys are knotted up. Drawly wall to air dribble. This time he was given to it for free, but the difference between going for it off the kickoff and going for it in open field like he just did is Triton has time to already be back, already be full on boost, and he can actually make a challenge off the ceiling. The reason why the wall to air dribble immediately off the kickoff is so much more lethal is that challenge that Triton just made. It's not even an opportunity. You cannot go to the top ceiling with 40 boost and challenge that high when you're recovering immediately off the kickoff. And Drawly, wow, dude, Drawly looking so good right now. Another wall to air dribble off of a kickoff, beats Triton to the boost. Triton tries to recover, and he's attempting to pre-jump the high shot, and Drawly just uses his flip to wave dash. That's nasty. These guys are crazy. You know, I can't hype up EU too much. I have to hold it down for our NA brethren. Triton going double flip reset. Maybe a little bit of fanciness over effectiveness, though. Never really a good shot on that, but I have to continue to hype up the NA guys. I think we're gonna have our NA versus EU matches. By the way, I didn't mention this, and for the YouTube people, I mean, I guess everything's delayed for the YouTube people, but I want to say I have 80 to 90% confidence next Sunday we are going to be doing the EU versus NA matches against Johnny Boy and his crew. We might even have a couple other people helping out. Nice shot from Drawly. Drawly's crazy, man. Triton's got to stop him from getting the ball in this situation. This left side wall to air, ceiling reset this time, hooking underneath the ball. You can't let him get into his rhythm, otherwise he's gonna pull out something nasty. Who's gonna play? All that is yet to be announced. I really probably shouldn't even mention anything yet. We should probably finalize it. We're trying to get people, and maybe, just maybe, the players won't be able to play and we'll have to reschedule. So I probably shouldn't have even told you guys, but it's leaked. It's leaked, chat. Fear just absolutely leaking stuff. Such an obvious rookie content creator. But I do expect it to happen. I think we'll be able to get players. Drawley, his breezy saved away. Triton winning the rush to the corner boost out. Looking like he's trying to execute a nice bounce dribble. Drawley able to cut it off. Good challenging early too. You can tell will force Triton to hesitate, maybe play the bounce away he didn't want to. Drawley coming from the ceiling this time. Early flip from Triton, and as long as you recognize early and don't get bumped as well, two very important things. You definitely need to take that early flip when someone comes to challenge from the ceiling, but a lot of the times when these players take that challenge from the ceiling, or take it like that early flip to pop it over, the defender actually just slams into the offender and shoots them away from the ball, and it actually ends up, being enough to defend their net. But as long as you can flip it early and then also dodge the bump, you're in the clear. And Triton did exactly that. Nice couple 50s on the goal line to retake the lead. Pinching this one straight to the ceiling. Staying aggressive. Knew Drawley had head to the corner. Triton going for a nasty pinch. Should be getting exposed here. He's stuck on the goal line with very little boost. Nice backflip challenge. Drawley, you can see, trying to cut this ball right back towards the net. And perfect shot. I thought it was perfect. It's going to be off the crossbar now. His continuation is also off the post. Oh no, Drawley worked so hard for that shot. Definitely seemed like he was going to come out with it, but found a way to not score on the open net that he had created. Down one with a minute left to go. An important open net in the long run it might be. Triton, a good takeaway at midfield. Just a weak flick, really. Triton going to backflip to take that ball away, and Drawley did time the flick correctly. If he had, gotten any more force off of it, it would have popped over Triton for what would have been an easy goal. So just a little bit of a miss on execution from Drawley. Once again from the ceiling, he has been able to score on every single one of these attempts, but this will be maybe one of the first times he doesn't. Trying to bump Triton out of the way. You can see he was trying to get around that ball. Triton instead plays the muscle game and works his way in to clear it into the corner. 30 seconds left to go. Drawley needs to find some magic here. Finally, Triton has been able to stop him. This low 50, man, a little bit of missed execution from Drawley. Seemed like he had earned himself a somewhat open net if he could have taken it in quickly. But Drawley, he can only score from the air. Drawley, it's okay if you score on the ground. If you win a low 50 and you roll the ball, it actually is worth the same amount of points, believe it or not. But you can also go for nasty shots like this if you'd like. Just don't forget to make sure you get more goals than the other guy. We'll see if Drawley can find a way to get another one in the next 20 seconds. This is a great kickoff win, and it's straight into a wall to air, but Triton beat him on the race to the boost. Drawley could not get to the ground fast enough and get his flip. Triton just barely able to save it away. Just a much cleaner flip and use of that extra boost off the kickoff to get to the side wall. I wonder if Drawley had used up a lot more in the initial kickoff attempt, because it's so important. You'll hear King Randy, one of the best 1v1ers in the game, talk so much about making sure your kickoff leaves you with enough boost to make a play afterwards. Wait! For a second, Drawley almost was able to score that, and with some time left on the clock, he would have had a chance. But no, Triton is going to take game number one. Drawley leaving the match right away. Did he think this is ranked, or does he desperately want a new server and or map? I don't know. Here we go. Triton versus Drawley, game number 2. Drawley may be higher rated, but Triton showing that he is a formidable opponent. A great game from both these guys. Honestly, I think chat's excited because that game number 1, if it's any indication of how the rest of the series is going to go, it's going to be really, really fun. Triton, a kickoff win, a very interesting pop. He was so far away from the net when Drawley came to challenge that he was still able to single jump bounce it over him. I'm surprised Drawley dove so deep. This time on the kickoff, Drawley earning the first possession. Triton, his fake challenge enough to get Drawley to make a mistake. He had a lot of space, could have taken whatever he wanted, but you could see he was hesitating. He closed the distance on the ball just to make sure he was ready to stop a Triton challenge if it happened, and then when it didn't come, he realized he was out of position. A nice demo. Can Drawley play this quick? He needs to get these goals when he has the opportunity. This time he does, but man, just barely. You know, I mean, these guys are really quick, but it does seem like the speed on these setups and with open nets are leaving a little bit to be desired, especially when you compare it to how nasty he is in the air. Triton, direct kickoff goal. Drawley gonna have a really hard time saving it, but a nice wave dash use. Triton will hit it right back in, though. That was a great save. Really impressive play to get it out. Unfortunately, that's how those immediate shot attempts on net usually go. Drawley's ground play looking shaky. This is true. He has looked way more comfortable in the air than he has on the ground. And the ground play in general, not just like, you know, dribble plays, bounce dribbles and that kind of stuff, but specifically just his like quick open net type plays. Good double jump by Triton. A nice demo. I mean, this is like kind of the exact opposite, right? A great demo, and I feel like this is a really quick setup. Maybe a little bit quicker than the way Drawley was doing it. I think in the same situation, we maybe wouldn't have seen as good of execution. Toxic, or sorry, not Toxic, Triton. These guys both starting with T from EU and playing recently. But Triton, a nice double jump right at the end to make sure it was too high for the respawning Drawley. Drawley, a nice flip reset and a fake, and he's gonna earn these. He's absolutely gonna earn these. When you play as consistently as Drawley has at the beginning of the series, you're going to get a lot of people challenging you high and expecting you to hit the hardest of shots. So you get free little drop downs. You can just do, you know, quote unquote nothing and get a goal from it. Drawley, nice free flip into that corner. See, he needs to score off these attempts, man. He might be able to. He should still be able to. Yeah, I think Triton actually fully gave up. A nice goal. Seemed like for a second he had hit it a little bit too strong, far away from the net, but he was able to cut it on line and take his shot. Drawley completely faking the kickoff, able to get the save away, and now he's got his wall to air situation, so maybe not a bad idea. Wait, that's a controller unplug, right? I know sometimes people are disappointed when they, you know, don't hit their dribble the way they wanted to, but usually they don't flop onto the top of their car and look like they literally let go of the controller. Yeah, his screen blacked out. RIP. Triton will take his open goal, and I never have any issues with that. This is a nice competitive show match. You score every goal you can. Ooh, Triton, nice pinch save off the post. Strong shot from the wall. Good outplay. What a save from Triton. It did seem like he should have been able to be there. Looking to grab this midfield boost. He was going to be in trouble either way. He needed that boost to potentially make a save. If he was operating on 3 boosts, he was not going to make it. The rush to the midfield boost off kickoffs have been a serious, you know, back and forth between these two guys. Triton's going to get a nice fake of his own. A great setup. Good flip reset. Drawley trying to play defense off the wall. Decided to bring it down. But these guys look so silly when they actually try and save the flip resets when they don't come out. But that's the kind of defense you need to make if you want to ever save a perfectly executed shot. Drawley from the ceiling. A pinch. Not going to be enough. It's almost impossible to hit it strong enough to get past an awaiting defender, especially when Triton can see for a long time that that's the only option Drawley has. Drawley dropping that ball so far away from him that it's clear to Triton he's got to go pinch. He's going to go pinch far post, and so Triton can prep really early. It's going to be really, really hard to boom one hard enough to get it past that defender. So 6-4. Triton up again in game number 2. Drawley, good long shot. He'll get a 5th. First time catching the stream. Thank you, man. This is a good time to stream, I guess, to pick up some first-time YouTubers or first-time Twitchers watching from the YouTube. Good to see you guys. Love the YouTube viewers. Triton, a missed pinch. Drawly has got a nice bounce dribble of his own. Great execution. Talking about the ground play of Drawly, well, it looks like it's just fine as long as he's intentionally setting up a ground play. He almost needs a defender in net. If he makes the outplay, that's when he has trouble. He wants to shoot it past somebody. Good time for the EU audience. Yeah, true. Drawly, the 45-degree flick. Chat, has he convinced you? He's got the ground game as well. He doesn't need to play it in the air. A great carry dribble into a 45-degree. Wow, I mean, it doesn't get better than that. Drawly says he's not trolling anymore. Or is he telling Triton not to troll? I have a feeling he's talking about himself. Triton going to the wave dash kickoff. Grabs him, the midfield boost. Drawly trying to play damage control right now. He's in really big trouble. Triton missing off the post. It was an aggressive play from Drawly when he didn't get that 100 boost. Triton, this thing saved away. Triton hasn't looked as lethal as Drawly has with the air dribbles. But you can tell Drawly has faith in Triton being able to hit him, because he's definitely up to save him away. Drawly all the way out to midfield. Triton says, okay, if you insist, I'll score on you. Yo, T-Dog, thank you for the prime. Get your babies, your prime babies in the chat for T-Dog. Much appreciated. Drawly bouncing with this ball up and down while Triton sits and waits for the actual shot attempt to come out. Nice bump. And Drawly, can he finish off the 8th? You could tell he was trying to muscle that shot. He was half shooting, half trying to box out Triton here on Triton's recovery. Oh, and Triton actually went to bump as well. That ball seemed like it was headed in, but Triton actually seemed like at the last second he went just for the bump. And the fact that they both were looking to almost, bump or get in each other's way. That's why they ended up missing each other. Triton, a direct kickoff goal. You can't be having these, man. You gotta somehow have to find a way to cut these out. I feel like they've gone mostly in Triton's favor. I think Drawly's gotten a couple, but it seems like Drawly keeps getting a nice lead, 1 or 2, and then he coughs up a direct one into his net, and it's gotta hurt the mentality so much to see those goals just taken from you. Nice low 50 though. Drawly will get a wide open net. Wait, is he gonna find a way not to score this? No way, this is what I'm talking about. He gets these open nets and it seems like he just goes into a weird mindset. Just take the ball right to the net. Am I crazy? Could he not score that? Maybe if he had shot early, I didn't know what I was realizing and Triton would have got there, but it seemed like he could just take a nice, semi-hard shot right at the net and he would have been just fine. Triton rolling this around the rim. Drawly, a demo. He's got lots of space now. He'll take it straight to the air. Love the setup off the wall. Thinks he can score straight from it, and he gets a great wave dash power shot. Almost able to get it past Triton, but wait, Triton should have this counterattack. He's got the boost advantage. Yep. Right at 0 seconds, Triton takes the 2-0 lead in the series. Drawly not able to score on his flip reset. Shot it too low. Triton was there. It was a great shot and a great save and a good counterattack. Triton will go up 2-0 as he goes up against his bud in this best of 5. Oh my goodness. Drawly said no more trolling, so what did he do? He hopped into into the garage and maybe he just hit random. Maybe this is a car that he likes to use a lot, or maybe he hopped in and hit random. Haven't seen this from a show matcher before. Maybe I have. I can't remember, but sometimes you just need to switch it up and get out of your own head. Maybe Drawly needs to switch into whatever this car is to do so. In fact, Triton. No, wait, Drawly! What's going on? A huge miss by Triton. It seemed like it was a free bucket. Triton even gave himself the what a save, and then Drawly finds a way not to score it. Triton up 1-0. Triton, an easy save. The zero boost kickoff shot not going to work. And it seems like Triton is in Drawley's head. Drawley saying no more trolling, whether he's talking about himself or Triton. Seems like maybe he might be trolling a little bit. At least you could argue this is a troll car. I know everybody would be saying Daniel was trolling if he showed up in this car. A nice camera check to see how close Triton was. He will cut it right back in field. Triton the fake, and then the challenge. Perfectly executed. Can he get this pinch? He's been looking for this pinch a lot, and he has yet to find it. Drawley, his chip, his execution has looked a little bit off, but he bumped into Triton. A nice tap away. Can he get this online? Triton, a good recovery. Triton has played some great defense. I mean, credit to Triton. Drawley has certainly, missed some of his opportunities, but if Triton wasn't playing as good a D, he would be absolutely getting blown out. I mean, he's doing a really good job of saving great shots. He won that game number 2 with a great save. I think worse players are not making that save for sure. Like being able to backflip and stop his car when Drawley shot a little bit behind him. Drawley once again with the flip reset. Musty this time. Not going to work for Triton. We'll watch it again from Drawley's perspective. The wall to air dribble is all him. Now there's no more throwing. Reverse sweep time, says Drawley as he ties it up. Triton actively rooting for the other player. Direct kickoff. That's what I like to see. I don't think we've seen that from Drawley so far. Triton has had a lot of those. At least not as consistently as Triton's been doing it. Drawley once again off the kickoff. Ground dribble and flick. Everybody in chat arguing over the legitimacy of Drawley getting to rank 2. I wouldn't worry about that. Triton, a nice flick in a second. To me, ranked is fun. Ranked is, I mean, these guys, obviously the guys at the top of the ranked leaderboard are there for a reason. If you get to rank 2, I mean, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, the top 10 guys who are all around there, Drawley's obviously proven that he is in that conversation. And then all the real decisive games, the real ordering, if you ask me, comes from tournaments and show matches. And I'd like to consider my show matches as one of those places as well. But even if you don't consider my show matches as one of the places, then other show matches or other tournaments for games, that's where the real, 1v1 leaderboard shakes out. And Drawley proven he can handle ranked, and it's time for him to show in some show matches that he can do it as well. And he's telling us right now, no more trolling. We're about to see the reverse sweep. Well, let's see. It'd be a great place to continue his 1v1 career on stream. He has a win against Spider. Not sure how many other show matches he's played, but a win against Triton would be a big one. A nice challenge to take this dribble right off the top of Triton's car. Triton going for an insane barrel roll wave dash. Triton with the ball straight to the net. Drawley able to get the save, but not able to stay outside the net. It would have been an easy counterattack if he could somehow get the save and not run into his own wall of his net, because Triton was low boost, stuck all the way in the back. Would have had a really hard time recovering. Nice save, Drawley gonna get a 6th. A decent lead for Drawley. I think this is the first time we've seen, a 3-goal plus lead. I want to say he's been able to take the lead only by a couple and usually erased quickly by kickoff goals. But a minute 42 left to go. Drawley in a good spot to take this game number 3 if he can keep this up. And I'll tell you what, now the kickoff goals are going in his favor. 7-3 as he pads the lead just a little. Triton, another slight kickoff loss. This time, though, Drawley putting into the corner to grab boost. Why does it seem like he has Gengar settings all of a sudden? Did he set up his have we seen Drawley play with Gengar settings? Did he change his settings mid-game after he said he's no longer trolling and is playing this car? He just switched. He just switched to Gengar settings. All right, Drawly trying out the Gengar settings to see if he can hang with them. Triton slamming it from the wall for a fourth. You see these guys change their camera settings mid-game a lot. I would say a lot of them adjust, especially when you're watching some of the top guys. They'll move, you know, their FOV from 110 to 111. You're like, That's gonna matter a lot. Or not 110. 110 is the max, right? Like 109 to 110. Or is 120 the max? I haven't changed my camera settings in so long. Does it show? The point is, usually they adjust it ever so slightly. But Drawly, quite a drastic change, I would argue, in the last 45 seconds. Maybe this is his defensive camera settings. You know, when he wants to secure his win, he takes his camera, puts it on the moon, and then plays Rocket League from there. Nice shot. Okay, take away an 8th. He'll at least keep the lead. Playing from the moon. 110 is max, yeah. Alright, chat, I've exposed myself. Last time I changed my camera settings was I don't know when. Oh gosh, Drawly playing from first person now. What is this man doing? Triton off the kickoff, low 50, a good bounce, and you'll be able to convert it for a 5th. We'll watch from Triton's perspective. Triton, oh no. This should have been a secured game for Drawly. Triton, another kickoff win, 14 seconds left to go. I mean, a goal every 7 seconds, that's easy, especially on these kickoff goals. They've been scoring in way less than 7 seconds. Drawly not exactly in a place to play too comfortably. He is down 2-0 in the series. It's not like he can afford to lose this game, but it does seem like he'll win it. The clock will finally tick down. 8-6. Drawly gonna switch cars again, it seems like. GG. As Drawly prevents the sweep, wins game 3, and we'll head to game 4. Drawly, maybe another randomized car? The random cars have been working for him. This time, it's the completely overpowered Gizmo. Chat, we've talked about this a lot here on the Fear stream. The Gizmo, it's basically hacking. Triton, nice flip reset. Somehow, he was able to get it past the hacking hitbox of the Gizmo. Gino, the original Gizmo player on stream, would bring it out only for the most important games. Drawly bringing it out for game number 4, not able to use it to get the save. Wait, is this an arrows trail? An arrows that point at the wheels? There are so many items in this game that I just didn't even know existed. Apparently you can have arrows point at your wheels while you drive. Are these pizzas? Is he driving on pizzas right now? Wait, this is like his pizza car. He's got pizzas on the wheels and pizza, like a pizza topper on the top, right? Or is that Psionic's topper? Yeah, no. Wait, this is his pizza car. I don't even think this is a random car at this point. 2 pizza things? No way you get that lucky. The Gizmo is OP, Vency agrees, but right now Drawly down 2-0 in game number 4. Triton all the way from the corner. A great flip reset. Man, these shots are insane. Great shot from Triton. Even Drawly agrees. Close to a full field dribble. Just a little bit inside the goal line, really. Maybe like a 3/4 dribble. And a great flip reset. Floating underneath the ball to use the flip to tap it above. 3-0. Drawly must not have turned on the hacks yet that come with the Gizmo. Another kickoff in favor of Triton. It was lost into his corner, but he collects it quickly. And a flick at midfield gives him a 4th. Only a minute in. Lots of time left on the clock. A test of Drawly's mentality. Can he stay in this game? You have to think that these guys have played so many ones games. He's been down 4-0 on his way to rank 2 a million times and always believed in himself to come back. Nice fake to get a first. Is this a best of 3? No, it is a best of 5. Best of 3 would have been over by now. Triton has 2 wins. 2-1 in favor of Triton. First to 3 is another way to explain a best of 5. So Triton just needs one more. Drawly, nice flick the other way. He has initiated the scoring here in game number 4. Holding on to the last moment, right outside the box, where it's going to be the hardest for Triton to make the adjustment late. And a perfect flick to the top corner and a kickoff win, and he's racing to that boost now. He's not making that same mistake again. Nice steal in the back corner. But earlier, he thought he was going to get that ball for free, and Triton was very much trying to steal that midfield boost and basically forcing Drawly to pick. Drawly was trying to have both. He's trying to have ball control and the boost at the midfield, and it was leading to him losing the boost at the midfield a lot and then being put in tough situations. Nice weak flick. That's actually nasty. I don't know if Drawly meant to flick this so weak, but he got it perfectly. If he had put any heat on it, he would have been in trouble. Yeah, that was amazing. He did not want to put that off the backboard and miss. He just wanted to get Triton to miss. And a perfect soft touch to pop it over him, and a catch and take through. 4-3. Drawly working it back. Drawly fans in chat might have been a little bit worried as he went down 4-0, but there it is. He's brought it all the way back. The first minute was 4 goals for Triton, and the second minute is 4 goals for Drawly. Lots of time left to go. Super high scoring here in this show match. Drawly once again out to that midfield boost right away. Triton trying to stay aggressive, and a big miss by Drawly in that corner. I think that could end up being a big difference. He did get at least his other back corner pretty quickly. Nice air dribble himself. Tried to sneak it under when it seemed like he hadn't set up the shot he wanted. Nice counterattack from Triton. 5. Gunyars, thank you for the prime. Get your prime babies in the chat if you have them. That was a great recovery on the wall. Triton, after challenging, was perfectly 90 degrees turned from the way he wanted to go, but held on to that power slide perfectly and was able to get up to the continuation shot as fast as he did. Any slower, and these high-level defenders will be back in time. So very impressive car control from Triton to get himself the lead halfway through this game. The long shot will get saved away, and the boost race is obviously going in favor of Drawly, but maybe, or sorry, of Triton, but maybe Drawly just wanted to continue it to force Triton into an awkward position. He knew Triton was going to have to rush to beat him there, and maybe he just wanted to get him, panicking, because eventually he is going to score a goal. A nice win on the low 50 this time. Did not miss the continuation. He was having a little bit of trouble with these continuations before. This one, just a little bit too easy to mess up. Trying the wave dash kickoff so fast. When these guys get it correctly, that was insane. I would have loved to see that work. It seemed like Triton very intentionally went for, oh, it was controller? Oh, never mind. It was a controller hello. That would have been so cool, though. I thought he was going for like a pre-flip to tap the ball up. I have so much faith in these guys that everything they're doing is very intentional, but I guess it was completely an accident. The pre-flip touch over Drawly would have been insane. Drawly up 6-5. Lots of time left on the clock. A 1-goal lead is basically nothing. I expect to see a lot of goals to end this game the way it's been going. But Drawly has Triton in a really tough spot, trying to get these low 50s. Triton has done a good job on defense in general against everything on the ground. Wait, Drawly, no way. Way too strong of a flip reset, but a good recovery. And he'll be able to gain control, get the back corner boost, and he might be able to race this faster than Triton. The long shot, not quite to the point enough. A little bit of an arcing power shot gives Triton enough time. And these guys have turned into the ring around the rosy mode. Finally, Drawly will send it the other way. You see 1v1s do this a lot, where they'll take 2 to 3 laps sometimes as they just smack the ball around the corners in the same direction. Triton going to give it LMAO for Drawly's flick and miss. Minute left to go. Drawly needs to recover. Not going to work. Triton, great placement, putting it in the most awkward spot for Drawly, forcing him to come straight up to save it away, as opposed to being able to turn and challenge naturally. It's hard to know what Triton's talking about. I guess there was some situation where the internet was screwing him But since we don't see what he sees, it's hard to know what he's talking about. An interesting stall from Drawley in the corner. Just a nice stylish stall. Maybe he was powering up his car. That's what he was doing. He was obviously increasing the power of his car so that when he went to go hit this flick, it would go higher. Just an interesting stall out. I'm loving Green Demon in the chat. Green Demon is stoked, chat. Where is the energy that Green Demon has from everybody? Drawley taking it down to another ground dribble. He was able to expose Triton a couple times with a flick over an early challenge. This time not going to work. Triton stays patient. And Drawley cannot wait long enough. Flicks too early. 20 seconds left to go. Drawley in control here at the end of the game. Triton needs to find a way to steal possession. It seems like he might have, though. A very fast rolling dribble, though. Barely even counts. He ends up having to hand it over. 5 seconds left to go. Triton, the backflip challenge. Can he get the long shot? Wait, off the post, or sorry, off the corner and in. The pre-jump? Ooh, that'd have been nasty. But Drawley not going to go down in game 3, not going to go down in game 4 either, forcing a game number 5 against Triton. Here we go, the Esper. The Esper from Drawley this time, and it doesn't seem like a troll Esper, which makes me think that Drawley probably hasn't been hitting random this whole time. Maybe he's just been, you know, hitting some of his presets. Maybe he plays some of those cars. I don't know. Who am I to judge the fashion designs of Drawley? That being said, he is going to play in a more conventional, high-level 1v1er type setup with Cristianos and absolutely nothing else on his Esper. Game number 5. Triton winning games 1 and 2. Drawley coming back. He has told us multiple times that he has stopped trolling. He has finally seemed to have proven that in the last couple games. Drawley with a lot of open field. We'll take this into a carry dribble. The 360! What a save to Triton. Puts him to sleep with the 360. He's going to give him a ... Sorry, Triton. We're going to watch it again from your perspective. Drawley threatening the flick at all times. I mean, that's why Triton ends up feels backflipping. Drawley's doing a good job of doing a 360 at a point where he could rip it into a backflip flick that would have had lots of power. And that is the reason why Triton is forced to, you know, make adjustments. In case you're wondering, chat, when you go into games and you do 360s, why nobody falls for it and they just take the ball away from you. That's why. Drawley's doing it perfectly. It's only a 360 because he ends up deciding he wants it to be. It could be a great flick at any moment, and that's how you freeze the defender. Triton's controller doesn't agree. Drawley, very patient, collecting the ball, not panicking as Triton came to challenge, just hovering behind it, and the patience pays off. He's eventually given a free possession and a great recovery on the counterattack. The Esper popping off at the start of this game. A little bit of a lower scoring one from both these guys. Drawley, the wall to air. This time, no flip reset involved. He tried to find a flip reset late, and that is a really, really tough thing to do. Getting the flip reset inches from the ground, where his car is just going to get pushed straight down, upside down to the ground, means the recovery is going to be really, really weak. You have to score in those situations if you're going to greed that out, and he's not able to. So Triton gets an easy. Another rush to the midfield boost. These guys have been racing for it all match long, but Drawley has finally been able to win some of these. The early ones were all in favor of Triton. Big whiff, man. Maybe that's what we're talking about from Triton's controller. We definitely saw some serious mess. It looked like a long shot opportunity. Maybe was looking to slam in a full field shot. Was open but can't score. Green Demon has lost his chat voice, everyone. Drawley looking to try and put a shot on net and steal that corner boost. Just put some pressure on him. I don't think he expected to have it score, but Triton cutting underneath him, throwing him off the flow and able to take it away. But Drawley back in control. His flick will get sent to the side wall. Drawley hasn't really put anything serious on net in the past couple attempts, but he has been able to hold on to possession. He does have a lead. No way he holds this one out for a full 2 minutes and 30 seconds. In fact, he's going to give up possession right now. Back to his goal line. Triton's flick leaving a little bit to be desired. Sometimes when the controller betrays you, you stop trusting it as much. Triton has looked lethal in his shot attempts for the beginning part of this series, but that flick not quite as perfect as the rest. Triton bounce dribble starting far away from the net. Ends up carrying it late. Those bounce dribbles, when you start them from so far away, they end up having to be such direct dribbles. I think the bounce dribbles are most lethal when you can give them an angle to attack with and kind of force the defender to pick one side of the net. But when they come a little bit too straight, it's easier for the defender. Long shot from Drawley. Drawley hasn't been sniping too many long shots, but he detects a risky challenge from Triton. Triton coming to fake challenge so deep in Drawley's half. I don't think he's been punished for it most of the game, so might not have felt too worried. Drawley! This time the Musty gets saved away, not able to take it underneath. Is Drawley KBM? I'm not sure, but I'll have to ask him. Drawley throwing out lots of fakes. Right now it seems like he's converting to a little bit of a, you know, what am I trying to think? A conservative play style where he's not necessarily trying to go for shots. He's intentionally taking lots of fakes, lots of plays that keep him in control, that are low risk, which is a great thing to do. A very heady way to play the end of this game with a 3-goal lead, a long time left to go. You can always adjust if it doesn't work out for him, but so far it has, and has kept Triton completely out of his net. Triton will finally score a second. So important for Drawley to stay at least sort of aggressive. 47 seconds left to go is enough time to score 2 if he plays it 2-2 defensive, but for the past couple minutes he has done a good job, and if he continues to slow Triton down that much, he probably will get away with not scoring again. Drawley from the wall, not going to go for one of his classic wall-to-air dribbles, instead dropping it straight down to the ground. The long shot will be saved away, but a perfect attempt. A soft touch back into his half, and he's just wasting time here. Doesn't need to take shot attempts, trying to play everything as slow as he can. That was a little bit of a risky flip reset, only because he got so much power on it. I'm sure he would have rather killed it even more in the back wall. 15 seconds left to go. Triton a good catch. Drawley a 50. He should have enough boost to make a save. He's pre-jumping this like a little, I mean, I thought a little panicked, but he knows what he's doing. He's so comfortable on the wall. He never had a doubt he'd get a second touch. So there it is. Drawley, the full reverse sweep. He did it. He told us he would stop trolling, and then he lost. And they told us he was really done trolling, and that's when it actually happened. He took it the rest of the way and won the series in Game 5. Close games between both these guys. Really good play from both of them. They're both top-level players for a reason. Drawley's going to take down Triton. The 13-year-old Moroccan wonder will win in Game 5.